All right, so we've got a lot going on, and I've kind of reached the point that I hope many of you will reach soon. The level of empathy that we are showing to our enemy is starting to get disgusting. And I believe by being so empathetic and not calling a spade that that's how we got here. That's how we got here. And this clip, when you hear a socialist calling to abolish the border, dismantle ICE, or give amnesty to every illegal, think about this video. And I want to get rid of the word every illegal, and I want to replace that with any illegal. And that's what you're seeing right now down in Ceuta, Spain, I believe is the name of the location. And we're going to talk heavily about that. But, I want to talk a little bit about how we got here. Because how we got here is important. If you want to know where you're going, you better know where you started from. But folks, I want you to take a good look at what is happening in Spain. Because that's not merely a European problem. It's a warning to every sovereign nation that still believes borders ought to mean something. There's a lot of people in the chat that probably don't even believe in a border. Thousands of people can surge in across, in broad daylight, overwhelm the system, and just expose how quickly the government control can disappear. And my big question is, what if they were armed? What if they had some kind of communicable disease? What if they had some kind of, creation from Fauci? What if they had a backpack full of some, dirty stuff? Think about that. And that's the question that nobody in the establishment wants to ask. What happens when the next group is not peaceful? What happens when hostile armies exploit the same weakness? And I saw in the chat very early, people were like, well, blame China. Come on, man. I heard, blame Israel. Come on, man. I heard, blame Ukraine, blame Russia, blame Uganda, blame Kazakhstan. You can blame other people when you're uncomfortable with your own failures. You can blame other people when you don't like what it looks like, how it feels, how it makes you think. But you need to probably go out and touch grass and get some reality, man. Because Spain is showing us the consequence of surrendering. And America had better learn the lesson. And I thought that we learned the lesson. But we haven't learned shit. We haven't learned a damn thing. Because this is why the SAVE Act must be passed. This is why when a politician uses the word amnesty, you better ridicule them and run them out of town. And whatever they're selling, don't buy it. And whenever there's other people on this platform covering for people that use the word amnesty, they're pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining. And I put a little Bible verse up there at the bottom of the screen. And I think being honest is now making enemies. You tell me. Here we go. Independent UK journalists were there filming live last night. Monty, that's great that the UK journalists will travel to Spain to film an invasion. But you got your own happening in every town in England. Bradford didn't get the name Bradistan for a reason. I lived in England. Every city in England is propping up the mostly peaceful religion. So yeah, Monty, I'm glad that the British journalists traveled to the beach to go film an invasion. They could have probably just walked around with their damn iPhones. Come on, man. I'm telling you, I'm tired of the empathy. I'm tired of making people feel comfortable. I'm tired of trying to logically explain away things. Folks, what you're watching in Spain should not be dismissed. We saw it here in America. We saw it for 4 years under the Biden administration. It made people uncomfortable. I got called the bad guy whenever I said that, Governor Greg Abbott could have done more rather than just sending them to Chicago. Because once they're there, you're never finding them. Never. You will never, ever find them again. You know it as good as I do, man. Let's see what we got here. We got some stuff cooking this morning. Let's go back to that one, and then let's get rid of the little banner rolling across the bottom. And here we go. There we go. All right, so I want you to look at this and just think about it if they were armed. Amanda, looks like it was all staged. Amanda, tell yourself that. You can tell yourself that if you want to make yourself comfortable. The conspiratards, it looks like it was all staged. Right, okay, gotcha.
Some really wild video here. Chaos at the border of Spain's North African enclave in Morocco. This is a city called Ceuta. You're watching as thousands of migrants break through the fence and completely overwhelm the border police. Their video showing huge groups of people, mostly young military-age guys, cramming into inflatable tubes or arriving on shore in other ways, some of them wading in the water as they break through the gates to get to the other side. Sandra, this is reminiscent of...
Look staged to you? Who was it? Pamela or whatever your name in the chat? It looks staged to me. Yeah, come on.
Kind of what we saw during the open border during the Biden administration through 2021, 2024, kind of similar to what we saw in Del Rio back in 2021. The socialist agenda, their platform literally says they want to abolish borders, abolish immigration enforcement, have complete freedom of movement. This is what it looks like in another country.
Basically, they want to make Spain into Minnesota. Spain's like, here, hold my beer. Let's make it Minnesota. It's crazy. And it's so ironic. The Babylon Bee, Spaniards horrified to see their country turning into Minnesota. It's a great article from the Babylon Bee. Absolute great article from the Babylon Bee. And I believe a lot of people that are like, oh, it's all staged. Come on. You can't like try to make yourself believe that. You can, but damn, when reality hits you in the face, it's going to hurt. Look at this. The people of Spain were reportedly horrified to see footage of tens of thousands of migrants illegally invading their nation. Sources confirm that Governor Tim Walz has already reached out to Sanchez to congratulate him on the work he was doing to completely destroy his entire nation. I'm proud of you, Tim said. It really takes me back to the good old days when I was watching Minneapolis burn. The smell of burning tires in the morning, to quote his wife. I think she was in the movie Apocalypse Now. Now I want to show you this. Look at this one. Who was it that said it was staged? Who said? Let me find who said it was staged. Staged. If you make a comment in the chat, I will ridicule you. I don't have any problem with it. I like to point out stupidity. So many people like to point out when I get something wrong. So one good turn deserves another. Amanda, looks like it was all staged. Okay, Amanda, tell me if this is staged. Tell Corey Capatore's family at Butler. Oh, it was all staged. The Butler, they all staged, right? Look at this. Tell this guy right here it was all staged. Right? Islamic invader. Look at that, all staged. Oh, yeah, all staged. So you see the guy running by in the blue shirt? Looks all staged to me. All staged. That was a Hollywood prop that they got from the guy that shot the actor that shot someone. All staged. Islamic invader stabs Spaniard in the neck. Sure, let's go staged. Several died for that staged event. Yeah, Normandy, Omaha Beach, staged. Butler, staged. Come on, man. You can't tell yourself that and believe. Go look in the mirror and say that to yourself. Release the bulls. Pamplona's on the mainland, but yeah, it's a damn good idea. I thought I had more faith in Shark Week when these people were coming through the water.
They get what they want. Notice there is no resistance from the government whatsoever. These people are coming in without any obstruction. And if people don't know, Spain has a very left-wing government. Earlier this year, they did a big amnesty program for over 1 million illegal.
The word amnesty program?
Could I get amnesty program for 1,000, Alex? Ding, 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 ding. Daily double.
I'll bet it all. Any politician in America that uses the word amnesty
can go to hell.
And take a pillow with you so you're comfortable, you son of a bitch. That's my theory. That's my theory. Take a pillow with you so you're more comfortable, asshat.
Immigrants living in the country. They had 1.3 million illegal immigrants apply for that amnesty program between April and June. So that's what we call a pull factor, Sandra. They're looking for something like that. They know if they can just get their foot in the country, maybe someday
I had more faith in Shark Week.
That left-wing government will do another amnesty program. And you were just reading some of the wires. The locals want an emergency declaration. It sounds like
the ministry's saying no. They will not deploy military to the border.
Does that sound familiar? The locals want an emergency call out. The ministry is saying no. You all in the chat want the SAVE Act. The ministry, i.e.,
John Thune and the government,
are saying no. Are you starting to figure it out, folks?
Border.
Apparently they don't think this is an emergency. I mean, look at this. This is a total free-for-all.
It does feel like we are looking at a few years ago when you were reporting at the border here in the United States. This is happening right now. This story is breaking right now. And you're not just talking about hundreds, thousands of migrants are pouring over the borders as we speak.
Yeah, and again, I mean, just look here. Do you see any women or children? I mean, most people would call...
Wait a second. No women and children? What is this, the WNBA? Now they suddenly know what genders are? Where are the women and children? Think of the children. I think I've got one of those. Hold up.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children.
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
No, stop. Think of the children.
Think of the children. Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Think of the children. Where are they?
All these folks, so-called asylum seekers, these are all young guys just flooding into the country and overwhelming what, if any, border there is. It looks like there's just kind of a small barbed wire fence or something like that. But you can see the...
Hey, can we... Hey, let me call someone. Hold on real quick. Hey, Governor Abbott. Yeah, that's right. Governor Abbott, Texas. Yeah, this is Ben Dykes. Could you call the Spanish minister and tell them if they put the National Guard down there with guns that have no ammo, that it'll look better for the news? Yeah, okay. And then tell them, put them on buses and send them to other cities in Spain and it'll then look like you're doing something. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. You take care. I'll let you get back to that World Economic Forum dinner that you need to go to. Bye. There you go. I just talked to Greg Abbott.
Spanish government was caught completely off guard here, and you have thousands of these men. I mean, it literally looks like, you often hear the word invasion, but it literally looks like one here. Look at that. I mean, you see the border fence there. They're all just going around it. And again,
the head of Spain's civil guard is calling this absolute chaos.
Do you like how the news media has this faux outrage? Well, they're just going around it. I hear Sandra Smith. She used to run track at LSU. Well, I hear people are just going around it. Electricity and water and illegals do the same thing. They follow the path of least resistance. That's the science, people. Follow the path of least resistance. Water, electricity, and illegal aliens all have the same quality. Looks like Ramadan. Trump warned Spain. People don't listen. Tommy, Fauci was annoyed, not afraid, arrogance. No idea what you're talking about. Gotcha. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it. Look at this. Look at this one. They caught him on tape here.
All right, guys, what you're looking at right now is the U.S. side of the Rio Grande. That is a mass of several hundred.
The U.S. side of the Rio Grande's also called Texas. It's also, for those that are horrible with geography.
Illegal immigrants who have just crossed the Rio Grande, and look at this, several hundred more screaming across as we speak. We're on a boat in the Rio Grande. This is the
boats and hose,
Mexican side of the river right now. You can see it's a never-ending stream. Hundreds of people crossing the Rio Grande basically every hour. And they're heading over to the International Bridge, which you can see in the background. Look at that mass of people.
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday has never looked so good. Listen to this one. She's probably going to run for president again.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Well, I mentioned it because even
the only time she would think about going to the border is get lawn care or new roofers. I mean, that's where we're at, right? She almost became president. She was I don't know how close, but y'all let me know in the chat what you think. I'm going to grab some comments. I love reacting to talking to commenters.
In less than 18 months, we've turned around 4 years of disaster, and we now have the strongest border in American history. We went from the worst border, I believe, of any country in history. 25 million people came through in 4 years. And these are people that, in many cases, you don't want. They were murderers, they were drug dealers, they were people that you do not want.
Wait, sounds like the damn Biden family. Trump stopped the Biden family from coming across the border?
In 4 years. And these are people that, in many cases, you don't want. They were murderers, they were drug dealers, they were people that you do not want. But now we have the strongest border in American history, and for the last 15 months, the report just came out again. We've had no people coming in through our southern border, zero. And it's almost hard to say because you'd say, is that even possible? They had 25 million people came in. We have no people coming in through illegally through our southern border. And that's in history, so think of that zero, a big, beautiful zero. In less than 18 months, we've turned around.
I want to grab this. Hold on. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Amanda, thank you for being a dummy of the day. Was this staged, to quote Amanda's comment? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you think this was staged in Spain? Huh? Oh, hold on. Grab some comments. Corn Pop, hope you're having a wonderful day. Mr. Ben Dykes, love the show. Corn Pop, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm sure that you mean it. Your heartfelt thing to me. 4th and goal. Looks staged to me. I like the funny faces. Yeah. Where's the Baby Ruth guy saying staged? But I'm glad that Trump addressed this. He warned them. I want you to listen to this. This is a lady in Spain. She's a Ceuta resident. They invaded us. We're locked in our homes. The supermarkets have been looted. Sounds like Chicago. There are no supplies. There's absolutely nothing. They're trying to break into my house. There's no one to protect us. They've abandoned us. Amanda.
Does that sound staged?
This is all staged. All staged. All staged. They're all actors. Amanda, touch grass. Come on back.
Nos han invadido. Estamos encerrados en las casas. Los supermercados están saqueados, no hay suministros, no hay absolutamente nada. No sé cuándo vamos a empezar a tener hambre, porque es que estamos vaciando nuestras neveras. Hay gente por todos lados. Es mentira que hay gente buena, que hay gente mala, que hay de todo. Están intentando entrar en casas. Mi hermana ha salido a la casa, ha tenido que salir por la ventana porque estaban metiéndose en casa de la vecina de enfrente, a gritos pelados. Esto es una auténtica locura. No hay nadie que nos proteja.
Now, I have no idea what the hell she's saying. I don't have any idea because I don't need to speak Spanish. Okay, but some of you probably know what she's saying.
Nos han abandonado. Somos españoles. Tenemos nuestros negocios, nuestras vidas. Somos...
I have no idea what the hell she's saying, but she looks scared. There you go. Spain. Israel took this step due to Spain's stance in support of Palestine. Right, there we go. We got them out. Blame Israel. The land they went to as part of the African continent. There you go. You got to love this. You got to love it. Looks like Chicago on Memorial Day weekend is what this looks like. Looks like Atlanta during Freaknik. It's what it looks like. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. What if they all had guns? If they had guns. Look at the police guy. Police guy's like, yeah, I'm just going to stand here and draw a check. Whoo, boy, oh boy. Oh, here we go. Ben says they did not group together before they invaded. I never said that. What they had was a couple of days because of their Supreme Court gave them a certain amount of time for anyone that comes by sea, S-E-A, then they get amnesty. The same way that they're allowing people here to, have anchor babies. That's what this is. Newsweek just came out with a new cover. I'm going to be buying one of these. This is the new cover from Newsweek. Let me show you this. This is how our news media works. Is Amanda brain in stage 5 of delusion? Yes. I'll give you yes for 1,000, Alex. Newsweek. Trump was right. 6 months later, and after a natural disaster no one planned for, the skeptics who predicted chaos were wrong. But they've got him in this uniform, so he looks like Schmittler or something like that, right? Yeah. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I just don't understand how so many people are this disconnected with stuff. But they are. A lot of people are disconnected. Spaniards horrified to see their country turning into Minnesota. I love the Babylon Bee. I used to follow them. We will follow them again. To be honest with you, I think you should follow me on X at Navy Vet. Best job I ever had. We're streaming there right now. We got people watching. We got all this trolling going on. This is the best pitch ever thrown in baseball by Greg Maddux. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. I was a big Greg Maddux fan whenever I was a kid. And whenever I was younger, I know this is off subject, but just watch the ball. Watch the curveball. Watch this. Whoop! He just threw the curveball on the Democrat Party. And I think that's what is happening right now. Because everything that's happening in Spain is showing exactly what the Democrat Party wants here.
All Americans now to wear a cloth mask. Why the change now? Because most of us have been walking around, going to the grocery store, not wearing the mask because that was the original recommendation.
Well, we have to make sure we don't forget that the most important thing is to keep this 6-foot physical distance from individuals.
However, you testified recently, and I'm quoting, this
6-foot distance from individuals. That always worked, right? Always worked. Old Fauci was the good one. Man, I got so much stuff to talk. Oh, here we go. Mike doubling down on amnesty. This is perfect.
So what I was proposing was, you know what? Take these people, go give them to the courthouse, get them, fingerprint them, give them 6 months to do that. And then at the end of the 6 months, these employers could never employ illegals that didn't have that card, which they already have. It was trying to solve a problem here in Minnesota. It wasn't an amnesty, but I will tell you this. Now that this is all blown up, I realized I couldn't do that anyway to have them come in and get fingerprinted in 6 months, because then I would be doing the same thing as our current government's doing with Waltz and them, protecting illegals and giving them these cards to vote in our elections and drive on our streets. So what I was proposing was,
in the chat, 17% of people think that this was staged in Spain. 17% think it was staged. Okay. I'm going to do this. Man, we're taking up the roller coaster has razor blades on it this morning, I think. Let's do this. I'm going to play that clip again. Let's see here. Well, here's a little poll in the chat for you. Poll in the chat. Did Mike Lindell just admit he is for whatever amnesty?
So what I was proposing was, you know what? Take these people, go give them to the courthouse, get them, fingerprint them, give them 6 months to do that. And then at the end of the 6 months, these employers could never employ illegals that didn't have that card, which they already have. It was trying to solve a problem here in Minnesota. It wasn't an amnesty, but I will tell you this. Now that this is all blown up, I realized I couldn't do that anyway to have them come in and get fingerprinted in 6 months, because then I would be doing the same thing as our current government's doing with Waltz and them, protecting.
There you go. Not fake stage, but planned. I could see it's planned. Yeah, they all got together and said, hey, let's do it all the same day. Yeah. Mike explaining himself. I think it's a little too late. I don't know. I couldn't vote for the guy. I canceled my deal with him because I thought he was a moron for coming out and just using the word amnesty. Just even going anywhere near that is a trap. Iran is now reportedly threatening to retaliate by targeting U.S. Israeli infrastructure if attacked. Okay. We know they're capable, I guess. Oh, here's one for you. Now, I want everyone to take heed of this. The flock cameras. Only a criminal would spray their license plate with Rust-Oleum
214944
reflective coating to avoid being spied on by flock cameras. Only a criminal would spray their license plate with
Rust-Oleum 214944
reflective coating to avoid being spied on by cameras. Only a criminal would do that. Only a criminal would do that. Nobody's tracking this car. I mean, they got license plates from every damn where. Good luck, flock camera. Good luck. Man, I'm so happy today. I am so happy today. It's a great day in America whenever I get to sit down and talk with a bunch of friends about what's happening in the news. Here we go. I was fairly reasonable toward Israel, but this Morocco thing makes it clear Israel has become an enemy of the West because they're the ones that paid Muslims to invade Spain. Right. Okay. And then we got the little neck touch thing there. Kamala says U.S. aid cuts cause 600 to 700,000 deaths. Okay. She is going to run for president again. You better buckle up and you better get your thesaurus ready so you can understand what the hell she's saying.
It's so unbelievable that they got rid of USAID. And you saw the recent numbers. As many as, 600, 700,000 people have died because of withdrawing American aid for humanitarian purposes.
I remember the Three Stooges would do this. That's like a hung bit. If 600,000 to 700,000 people died because American aid didn't work or was cut off, then, I got to ban someone. Somebody's doing some spamming in the chat. Let's go. Let's just ban them. Flush. Goodbye, Cindy Guarnata 4191. Goodbye, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. See you later, Cindy. Tidy bowl getting cleaned up this morning with Cindy. Wrinkle necks gone. Double flush. But if 600,000 people died because the United States taxpayer didn't give them money, there's two ways to look at this. Number one, I'm going to say it out loud. I don't care. Number two, the countries where they live at don't care about their own people. And that falls back to, I don't care. There are American men and women struggling. There are American veterans living on the street. There are people in America that are struggling that I'm going to go ahead and put ahead of the 600,000, 700,000 people that were getting my tax money with USAID. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if you don't like it, I hate to say it, I don't care. I don't care. You're dismissed by whoever's. There you go. I don't care. There we go. Charity begins at home. I don't give a flock. I don't give a flock, camera. But she sounds like. Oh, there we go. I love that comment right there. Army EP6FZ sounds like a them problem, not a USA problem. Army, you're a good dude. I'm giving you the first.
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
First boom shakalaka of the day goes to an Army vet. Do me a favor. If you're a veteran watching this channel, chime in with your branch of service. If you're a first responder, chime in with what you do for a living. Doctors, nurses, EMTs, paramedics. Hell, if you're a Ford mechanic, chime in. I want to know what y'all do for a living. Kamala, flushed. Bill Maher, I can't play the Bill Maher clip because they always copyright strike it. But basically, Bill Maher came out and said that he's not voting for anyone who picks socialism. Bill Maher's going full MAGA. There's my conversation on Bill Maher. Okay? That's my Bill Maher conversation for the morning. I don't want to give that dude too much time. I don't trust him. Here's one for you. I did a video a couple days ago about the state of Arkansas implementing a fee to use water management area, right? They're charging a $10 fee to use water management. After a little bit of research, I'm going to tell you where that money is going. And I think I'm okay with it. About a year ago, we had a disgusting homicide here in Arkansas, a place called Devil's Den, coincidentally enough. It's about 17 miles due west of where I live. It is a protected area. Now, state of Arkansas is charging $10 for people to go and use those pieces of properties. They're going to use that money to put armed officers in those properties. So there you go. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, we turned on subscribers only mode for the chat. It'll slow the chat down and it gets rid of the trolls. So there we go. Doc 11H. I don't know what 11H is. Some kind of Army thing. Army ammo. Laurel in Atlanta. Navy retired. God bless you. Bruce, I'm a doctor. There we go. Okay. Gobble Wobble. I have no idea. Let's see here. Ben Dykes, can we please hear the Navy marching chant? I don't know who said that. Variable Trumper. Join the channel as a member before you try to drop a quarter in the jukebox. Arkansas just cut its income tax by 25%. Eliminated the grocery tax entirely. Sarah Huckabee Sanders delivering for the people. Red state excellence. At first, I was upset about the fee they were going to charge to go hiking. Now I know where the money's going. I'm okay with it. Put armed guards in state parks, federal water management areas. I'm good. Real estate appraiser. How much is that worth? Okay. Never heard of someone serving in all branches of the military. I don't know. I'm sure that people have. I think it's an awesome move by Arkansas. I'm okay with all of this morning. You know what? I've got a video coming out at the end of this show. I've got a video coming out. A premiere talking about Ukraine and the United States military. This one bothers me. And I don't know if this bothers you. The Justice Department continues to fall flat. The Justice Department on Friday dismissed the Lincoln reflecting pool vandalism case for a former Olympian. And I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy that Judge Janine allowed this person to get off scot-free. I want more. Well, I just want people locked up.
And Deputy Chief David Lamond from the Department of Parks, from the Parks Police Department. Did I get over? Yeah. And today, I thought it was important to call this press conference because one of the most offensive images that I hold in my mind are the images of national monuments that are being defaced, roped, torn down, graffitied, and damaged by individuals. I have a vivid memory of this happening several years ago and over time, where our national monuments and statues are being torn down, and this is not the way of a civilized society.
So why'd you let them off? Why did you dismiss it? Why do you dismiss it? Don't come out here and tell me it's bad and then say, oh yeah, we let them go.
It is anarchy. And Our nation has weathered moments of anarchy and chaos in the past, and individuals have made a decision, many of them, to destroy and to damage national monuments, not taking into account the fact that the rest of the nation considers these monuments important and necessary to our history. But this unchecked vandalism and civil disorder turns into criminal behavior, and that's why we're here today. They are
here today to let them off. Okay. All right. Okay. I want to show you here. I'm not going to make you watch this whole clip because it just infuriated me. Hearn's attorney. Wait, here we go. It was not until after the return of the indictment that the Department of Interior provided additional documents indicating that damage to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool in 2026 was a result of the flawed installation by the contractor. The Trump administration's case against David Hearn should never have been brought. This is what his attorney says. I am really pissed off that we're not convicting these people. A grand jury in D.C. returned the indictment. During a press conference earlier in the month, U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro said Hearn violently and forcefully ripped up the sealant, the stuff on the ground. Janie, you're a genius. There is no repercussions or consequences right now. And that's what pisses me off. We are seeing lawlessness. I'm losing faith in what I'm being told. African migrants loot the homes. This is all staged. According to Amanda, all staged. Stealing into homes, all staged. Here we go. Breaking in the air conditioner, staged. Yeah, there we go. All staged. Okay, cool. Grocery stores, migrants looting the stores. Let's send our Justice Department to take care of it. Yeah, there we go. Our Justice Department. Department got new evidence. Man, there's a lot of people that we could say I used to like. I think sometimes maybe I've got unrealistic expectations. I think that could be the problem. Judge Roy Bean, right here in Arkansas, you damn right. I want to do this. Feds charged several foreign nationals for voting in the last 3 elections. How many got arrested? I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I'm tired of the show this morning. The show is out of control. I'm turning it over to you all right now. The show is yours. If you want to call in, chime in, give me your best shot. Talk to me. Let me know where you're calling from and your name, and turn down the audio. If you don't, I'm just going to hang up on you. This is huge. I know your time's limited, but yet you still send me 2 links. Cool. Okay, cool. I assure you I'm quite the character. Wants to have a private conversation. Sorry, man, I don't do private conversations. Everything's public here. Line 1, where you calling from? What's your name?
Hi, this is Shelby from Pennsylvania.
Shelby.
I have a question this morning for you, Ben, and please forgive me if I missed something.
Shelby, if you're retarded, I will gladly tell you.
I'm not retarded. I just might be ignorant and uninformed, but
that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, happens to all of us. But remember during Trump's first term, and he held press briefings with Dr. Fauci, and there was a woman doctor, Dr. Burke.
Sure.
Whatever happened to her? Isn't she just as guilty? I mean, she was collaborating with Dr. Fauci, pushing the same agenda on COVID.
I don't know. I really, you know what, Amanda, or not Amanda, I call you Amanda because I just read a comment about Amanda being stupid. Here's my thing about this. I like history, and history is very important. However, right now we've got a real battle going on in America, and rather than me being focused on Gettysburg or Appomattox or Vicksburg, I want to focus on the midterms and the problems at hand. You and I both know, hold on. You and I both know after what we saw in Congress, nothing will ever happen to Fauci and nothing will ever happen to any of these criminals that have already committed the crime. We both know that.
Yeah, they're all pieces of crap.
So you can get hung up on it and you can keep yourself awake at night and you can be raging and all this other crap.
No, it's not that. It just hit my brain this morning about Dr. Burke. I'm like, whatever happened to her? I'm not hung up on it, but yeah, the thing is going on with Fauci. And I'm like, what happened to her?
I'm not losing a minute of sleep over her. She'll meet her maker one day, and the gates of hell are wide open, and we got a bunch of gates in heaven. Burks can go to the appropriate place. Thank you for calling. Line 2. Lines are open. Let me know where you're calling from and your name when you call in. Line 1, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, this is Charlene Connor, and I am calling from the beautiful place of Yorktown, Virginia.
Have you had any wine this morning? It sounds like you had some wine this morning. What do you got?
No, I just woke up, sweetie. That's all it was.
Okay. What would you like to say?
What I'd like to say is regarding the invasion of Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Spain just had the running of the bulls from July the 5th for 3 weeks.
It's nowhere near where that happened.
I get that. This is a joke. But
thanks for calling. Call back anytime. I think we got disconnected. Something happened there. Let's go here. Line 4. Where are you calling from? What's your name? I think we got disconnected on that last one.
Grumpy.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today, my friend?
You know, I am the bringer of reality, and I think a lot of people are not prepared for my reality or for my version of reality. But at this point in life, I'm 51 years old. I don't know how many more trips around the sun I've got left, and I don't want to waste them talking about shit that's irrelevant. What do you got?
Exactly. Well, you know, truth is the enemy of the disillusioned.
Okay.
So, as far as all this stuff is going about, you know, these courts letting everybody, like that guy that vandalized the reflecting pool, they dropping the charges. Do the courts not realize that the good people of the United States of America will eventually have enough of their crap and take the law into their own hands? I mean, it's already happened once in Athens, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
How much longer are we going to put up with it?
You know, I think it's the same thing. You know, silence is compliance in my theory. And it's just like whenever I saw what I'll take this back to Mike Lindell. When I saw what Mike Lindell did, if I didn't cancel my sponsorship with him, I am complicit in advocating for amnesty. And that's why I flushed him like a Taco Bell dinner, you know?
Yeah, well, he needed it, so.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm going to be in Fayetteville Monday morning. Let's have a cup of coffee.
Fayetteville Monday morning. Shoot me a text message on here. Let me know. Sounds like a plan.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
God bless you. Coffee with Grumpy. I bet he's grumpy. Let's go here. Line 1. What is your name?
hello, this is Charlene calling you back. Ben,
Charlene, I don't have time for jokes. If you want to make a statement, go right ahead. No time for jokes, though. What do you got?
Oh, they're just in dire need of new contestants for the 20.
Okay. No time for jokes and tries to tell jokes. Okay, cool. There we go. No time for jokes. Let's go here. Line 1. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Winnemucca, Nevada, Gary 7.
Gary 7. What do you got, Gary?
Well, 6 months ago, Ben, I've followed your show for years. 6 months ago, we were hoping jail time for some of these scumbag traitors.
Sure.
And now, I guess now we're gonna admit that we're never gonna see that, I guess.
I don't think I'm admitting it, but what is it looking like?
Well, look at the Josh Hawley, the outrage, over and over again, year after year. There's been a lot of so-called Josh Hawleys, and bringing the outrage to these people's faces.
You know who's really good at being like Josh Hawley 1.0? James Comer. And before that, it was Rand Paul. And before that, it was Ted Cruz. And before that, it was, fill in the blank, right? They all talk a good game. I agree with you, Gary.
Nobody ever gets behind bars. It really is heartbreaking. But look at this. I guess this is the circus.
Gary, let me ask you this. You said you lived in Vegas or Nevada?
Yes.
You live in Nevada. What kind of senator? What kind of senator do you got in Nevada? Good, bad, or
we got one
losers?
guy that we got some Obama Biden implants here, and I hate it.
Okay.
But
well, brother, I appreciate you calling. Thank you for calling.
We're trying to turn red.
God bless you. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for being a faithful follower with common sense. Looks like it's going to rain. I was wanting to get on my Harley, but it looks like it's going to rain. Wife's out of town. Line 2, go right ahead.
Michigan calling here, Air Force vet.
Air Force in Michigan. Thank you for your service, sir. What do you got?
Watching these videos of these people coming into Spain, I can see why people might think it's fake because it looks fake.
It's not fake.
But it's real. I believe it's real, but just 60,000 people walking around a fence into another country, your mind can't fathom it. But absolutely,
let me ask you this. Hold up, Air Force guy. Was it fake when it was at our own southern border?
Oh, hell no, it wasn't fake.
Well, then why is it fake there?
I think just because of the mass of people, 60,000 people in just a few hours is hard to comprehend. But that's exactly what's going on. Yeah. And people that don't want to, they don't want to believe that. Oh, it's fake. I'd say
they're scared of reality. They're scared of reality, and they're scared whenever I call them out. They're scared whenever I put their comment up, like Amanda Phillips. Looks like it was all staged. Amanda, I'm gonna just say, Amanda, I bet your windows in your house are really clean because you're licking them. God bless you, sir. Let's go here. Line 3, James, Virginia. What do you got?
Ben, how you doing this morning? Got a couple things.
I'm in a constant battle with retards. That's what I'm doing, James.
Well, listen to me. Ben, you served the country in the Navy, and that was great. But I want to tell you what you're doing now.
Uh-oh.
You are serving America again. You're serving your nation with your show, and I don't see how you do it. You've got to have a staff of people behind you to put all this stuff together.
There's me, James. I'm the only one. Me and Fred. He's the sound engineer.
It's impossible. But anyway, I do follow you on X, and I'm an industrial engineer.
Oh, okay.
Safety and quality engineering. I'm 73 and I still work.
Good.
I got a little consulting firm and all that. But listen, Mike Lindell, I just watched what you put on about him talking. That dude, I'm going to go and say a bad word, he's full of shit. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Why did he do this?
I have no idea. And I tell you what, the people that's still supporting him, and I love Neil. I don't follow Neil no more. I just dropped him. I'm not playing that game right there.
Let me ask you this, James. And I want you to be honest with me, and you've called enough, and I think we have a relationship where we can be honest with each other. If I got on here and I tried to tell you, James, I want you to keep buying my pillows, how quickly would you unsubscribe and be like, man, Ben's just doing for the money?
I'd drop you like a damn hot potato.
I agree. Thank you for the call, James. God bless you.
What you doing, Ben?
Get back in the coal mines in the communist state of Virginia. Get back in there. Line 4, go right ahead.
Good morning, Ben. This is America from New Jersey, the Cuban lady.
Cuban lady, good morning.
From
I wish I had some
Pantera.
Cuban coffee.
That is the best one. But the really good one, not the one they sell in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, I was calling about the Spain thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something. That was planned, totally.
Does it matter?
It matters because I'm going to explain you something in 2 minutes.
Make it quick. Make it quick.
They have, at the beginning of the year, amnesty for everybody that was in Spain already.
Yep, we talked about that.
These people are going to get, also, when they come in, the UN passport, es decir, the European Union passport.
Yeah, they should.
That means that they can go anywhere else in the
EU.
Europa. They can go to France, to Germany, to anywhere. So this also coincides with the pardon that the Morocco guy got to everybody in jail when he come in. Around like 2,000 of them got pardoned.
Yep.
And you see how, for example, the truck got there with like, I don't know how many, and they come down from the truck and they was directly by the police guy.
Well, I want to say thank you for calling. You pointed out specifically what's happening, why it's happening, and you're right. All the people that come in with amnesty there, they get European passports. They can travel anywhere they want. Send me some Cuban coffee. I'm jealous as hell. You take care. God bless you, and God bless America.
Yes.
I love her. She came here to escape communism in Cuba. Let's go Mark in Pittsburgh. What do you got, Mark?
Yeah. Hey, Ben, I think the only reason why Mike Lindell did that with this amnesty is because he needs the illegal vote to get him in. Just like Spoon doesn't want...
Wait a second. Wait a second. You think... Mark, I know you're not this dumb. Maybe you hit your head this morning.
Okay.
On the toilet seat. Here's my thought. No illegal was gonna vote for Mike Lindell because he's been on stage with Trump with MAGA hats. Illegals are scared of that. If there's any reason that he did this, it is for what I think at some point he probably realizes Amy Klobuchar is going to win and he doesn't want her to shut down his business when she wins. Thank you for calling, Mark. Line 5. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, James Marine.
James, talk to me, brother. Semper Fi.
A couple of things, man. Whoever thinks that invasion in Spain was staged or retarded, and
I think so as well, James. I just don't think somebody said. Somebody told me look up the definitions of staged. Okay, let's look up the
I seen that stupid comment too. But when you seen it on your own border happening when Joe Biden was president, what makes you think that's fake?
James, let me ask you this. You've got some experience wearing a uniform and putting, you signed a blank check for your country.
Yeah, I was in Fallujah, so yeah.
Why do people immediately go with it was staged other than just the uncomfortable truth of reality? Is it so that they sleep better at night?
Reality. Yeah, they can't handle reality.
I just don't.
Just like Fauci,
why?
Just like Anthony Fauci. If anybody thinks that there's something actually going to happen to Anthony Fauci, they're retarded too. All these congressional hearings are a joke.
I mean, when's the last time you saw Ted Cruz saying something? Ted Cruz used to be a firebrand, right? When's the last time Ted Cruz said anything?
Nothing. He was just in my state not long ago pushing for the governor in our state. What the hell's he got to do with South Carolina? He's in Texas.
I agree.
It's insane. But,
James, let me ask you this. You have been boots on the ground in a horrible part of the world where you were hated. Fallujah. If you could give the people listening a little bit of your semper fidelis advice, what would you tell them?
Well, I don't know if I can say it on TV, but all Muslims aren't terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslims, and they all need to be fucking eradicated off the face of the fucking earth.
People better be prepared.
Buddy of mine get blown in half.
People better be
prepared.
They better be prepared.
They think all this Muslim stuff's a joke and funny, and I just peaceful people. No, they ain't either. These motherfuckers want to kill you, and they want you dead, and they don't care how to do it.
Let me ask you this. I believe the Democrat Party used the religion of peace for voters. However,
Absolutely.
I believe the religion of peace played the Democrat Party, and the Democrats didn't realize it. What do you think?
100% they're taking over the Democratic Party, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a split between the parties, and there's going to be another civil war in the United States. People think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. So,
James, thank you for calling.
Stay loaded.
Thank you for your service.
Love your show. Thank you for your service, man.
God bless you. Semper Fi, brother. Semper Fi. Caller's right. I don't know who Jeremy Mayfield is. I don't know who that is. Italy. This is the same chick that wouldn't let the United States land bombers. They're in Italy. Right? Morning ride through conquered Ceuta. Look at this. Well, I'll just let this play while this guy rides his moped through there. We'll grab some calls here. Line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4 are open. Line 1, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hi, Ben. This is Deborah from the beautiful Roosevelt Lake in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Talk to me, Deborah. What would you like to say? Thank you for calling. Thank you for your time.
I just want to say thank you to all the service members and their families for their sacrifices.
You know, I know they all appreciate it. I know they do. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Tennessee, Marsha Blackburn, is she going to be your next governor?
I think probably so.
Is she the right answer?
I hope so.
Okay. And with Nashville being I think Nashville might even be a sanctuary city. I'm not sure. But what kind of problems are you seeing in Tennessee?
I'm live up in the northwest corner, and we don't really have that many immigrants around here, so it's nice and quiet.
Good for you. Good for you. Deborah, thank you for calling. God bless you, and thank you for your time this morning. Have another cup of coffee on me.
Day.
Yes, ma'am. Man, nice callers this morning. I wanted somebody to debate with or something. I got my hand grenade coffee cup. We need almost every American. The lines are open. Let's go here. 540. I recognize that area code. Let's go line 5. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Dave, Virginia.
Dave, Virginia. What do you got?
Well, I'll tell you what. We do have to get the last caller, the caller before, we have to get the Muslims out of this country because they're not for our Constitution. They're not for, they're not God-fearing. Well, they're what they think is their God. So I think that, yeah, we need to get them out.
Do you think the Democrat Party got played by them or they played the Democrat Party?
I think it's both. I really think it's both ways.
You might be right. James, thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Thank you for, James is one of the loyal, longtime listeners. This guy riding around Spain on the moped, there's just loads of military-age men. Imagine if they were armed. Line 5. What do we got? Line 5's on fire. What do you got?
Good morning, Ben. It's Tommy, South Carolina.
Tommy, what you got?
I just wanted to make a remark about you said, what Kamala Harris said about the 700,000 people dying.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't think any of that money ever got anywhere except in the Democrat Party's pockets. I mean, that money never did any good.
I agree. I don't think that money went to the right place. But I'll say this. We should have never been sending money to other countries. And if other countries are depending on American taxpayers and then suddenly we quit giving them money, what were they spending the shit on?
It's our money. The government doesn't have any right to give it away in the first place.
That's right. That's right. You are exactly right.
And if we got 17% of people watching you that think that's fake, how many other people think that Spain was fake? That's crazy.
That's a good point. That is a great point. Oh, hold up. I want to check on this. Tommy, thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. God bless you.
No problem.
We got a new story just popped up. Zohran Mamdani is upset after being snubbed from speaking at a funeral for a fallen New York City soldier. Let's see this. This Mamdani blocked at speaking at a funeral for this New York City soldier that lost her life. Wow. I don't know what to say about this other than whoever's family didn't allow him to talk. I love them. Sergeant Angel Rampersad's funeral was held Friday after she lost her life during an Iranian missile attack. What is this? Brad Bischoff. Would you want 34 fraudulent felonies on your record when you have the evidence to exonerate? Brad Bischoff, call in. 34 fraudulent felonies sounds serious. I'd love to hear the story there, Brad Bischoff. Wait, let me see if I've got this. I thought I had something here. Let me see. What do I got from old Brad? I thought I had something from Brad back here. Damn it. I thought I had something from Brad. Okay. Brad Bischoff, feel free to call in. Look at this. What do you think would have happened? Oh, look at these clowns. Look at this. Do you want Zohran Mamdani talking at the funeral of an American soldier? Is that what you want? Let's go line 1. What's your name?
Hey, this is the bridge builder from Utah. I haven't talked to you for a while.
Bridge builder in Utah. What do you got to say, brother?
Well, just a couple of things real quick about Mike. I think he wants to be governor so bad. I mean, there's 80,000 Somalians there. He wants their vote. And also the Spain thing. I've been in construction my whole life, and I'll tell you what, when 3,000 or 4,000 people hit a town to build a power plant or something, they lock up their women, their dogs, and their chickens. I mean, it's horrible. Can you imagine that many men going into a city? The women ought to be just hiding in their basements. My hell, it's terrible.
Here's the thing. You got any kids?
Yes, I'm raising 4 grandkids.
Any of them granddaughters?
Yes, I got 2 granddaughters.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, bridge builder, thank you for calling, brother. And thank you for having a dose of reality. God bless you. Let's go here. Line 2.
Hi, Ben. I'm sorry, it's me again.
Nope, I don't take calls twice. I don't take 2 calls from the same person. There's too many other people trying to get through. I don't mean to be rude, but that's just how we operate. Let's go here. Line 1, where are you calling from?
God bless you.
And we don't talk to people that can't turn down the audio. We don't talk to them either. So there you go. I guess I'm a bad guy. Let's go here. 9/11 families blast Mamdani, urge defiant mayor to stay home during the 25th memorial. Whoa. We'll try this one more time. Line 1.
Hey, Ben, this is Harvey from Robstown, Texas. How you doing?
Amazing, sir. What would you like to say?
Well, I wanted to say something. You know, they're trying to brush all this off with the invasion. I call it the invasion. What else? Well, there's a definition of invasion.
Sure.
You know, there's an app and all this. Well, there was something I saw that came out this morning. I don't know if you're aware of it, that the Spanish Supreme Court, Spain Supreme Court said that any...
Yeah, we talked about that. Any of them that come by sea through the ocean can stay. They get amnesty.
Well, how are they shipping them out of there? I mean, I saw some live video from over there where they got the soldiers on the coastline and they show them that they're leaving. You know, and I said, well, how are they doing that? They're going against their own policy.
Well, shipping them out is one thing, bringing them in is the other. But at the same time, the little town of Ceuta is attached. It's actually part of North Africa. They didn't need to be in a boat to get there. But what they did is they went in the water and went around the barrier. That's what they did. They went around the barrier. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Let's go line 2. What do you got?
Hi, Ben.
Yes, ma'am. Line 2. Go right ahead. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Debbie from South Carolina.
Debbie, South Carolina. What you got?
Ben, I totally agree with everything you're saying.
I don't want you to agree.
For you.
I don't want you to agree.
But I do agree.
Okay.
So,
all right. Tell me.
I have a question for you. What are we to do, Ben, about all this? What can we do? I'm 74, homebound, and I think I've done my part.
Okay.
My part is calling my representatives.
Raising kids with common sense.
Yes. Call my representatives in South Carolina, asking them to stay in session to pass the Save America Act. So far, Darlene Graham has, but not Tim Scott. And I'm very pissed off. I don't know what else to do, Ben. What am I to do when I'm here?
What happened to Tim Scott? Let me ask you that.
I don't know, Ben. I really don't understand it. I mean, he seems so pro-Trump, so this, so that, but he's done nothing.
I mean, I thought whenever he pretended not to be gay and he got married to run for president, that
absolutely.
I mean, I don't care if he's gay, but don't try to fool me into thinking you're not, you know?
I absolutely understand, Ben. I totally agree. But as a senior, homebound, can you give me any other thing that I can do other than make phone calls? I think more people should be making phone calls. Why do we sit and type in comments and be outraged? But what are we really doing?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I'll say this. The best thing I can do is exactly what I'm doing now, which is try to provide some information. And my goal when I turn on the camera and I start talking to people in the mornings, my entire goal is to inform you of what I see from my perspective. Number 2, it's either to scare you into reality. It's to either show people that live in an ulterior universe what reality is. Or number 3, it's to encourage you to take some action and make some phone calls and hopefully pick the right people. That's what I think. And I want to say thank you for calling because I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Ben.
God bless you. And the other thing I like doing is giving people like you that are homebound, that don't have another option, a chance to express your displeasure or your pain points. There's a lot of other channels on all these social media. They never engage with their chat unless there's some money attached to it. They don't listen to their audience. They don't allow their audience to call in and actually talk. And that's what it bothers me, man. It bothers me a lot. Thank you for calling and God bless you.
God bless you, Ben. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. I love people like that. Look, but this is where it is. See that white wall? That's what they went into the water to get around. That's what they went around. Okay. Let's go Ohio. Brian. What do you got, Brian?
Hey, Ben. Morning.
Yep. What you got?
I guess we got another full moon going on with Amanda and Brad.
What's Brad saying? Hold on. Who's Brad? Let's see who Brad is in the chat.
Brad Bischoff.
Brad Bischoff. Hey, Ben, would you want 34 fraudulent felonies on your record when you have the evidence to exonerate you? Brad, bring it on. There we go. Let's see here. Here he says, Brad, big mistake to continue ignoring Jesus and Almighty's God's message behind March 31st, 2024. I don't know what the hell Brad's drinking this morning.
He's maybe he's off his medication. I don't know.
Oh, now he's
Hey,
blaming the military. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Brad,
I just
call
wanted
in.
to-
Call in, Brad. I love speaking to morons. Go ahead. What else you like to say?
Oh, I just got a quick comment. I'm finding it kind of odd, but I'm starting to understand that it's the lamestream media here in northwestern Ohio. I'm not seeing any political ads for Vivek Ramaswamy.
I don't think he probably needs it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I mean, I subscribe to his YouTube channel, so at least I get it that way. But it's like it's that.
Well, thank you for
Amy
calling, Brian. I
Alcott
appreciate
or
it.
whatever. All right.
I hope you
have a good one.
I don't care who you vote for in Ohio. I hope you make the right decision. Yeah, there are some channels that interact with their chat. I respect channels that engage with their audience. Matt's a good dude. Tardio. I think Matt is a Marine veteran, maybe an Army veteran. I'm not sure. Line 1, where you calling from? What's your name?
It's Wayne from Tennessee.
Good morning.
I love what you're doing. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but
Me neither.
should we be concerned about trying to get these states Republican governors? And what about a constitutional convention to be able to change and add a few things to the Constitution to where these rhinos and these Democrats that these outlandish procedures that we can start to take care of things like that.
You know, I think there's a big organization here. I'm glad you brought this up. I meant to talk about this a couple of days ago. There's an organization called Convention of States. And what they are pushing for and have been for years is this Article 5 convention to bring power back to the states. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask the people in the chat, would you like me to contact them and try to get these guys on the show, or girls, whoever they are? Because this might be our best option, you know?
Yeah, we need this stuff needs to be brought out front and center of all of our the citizens.
Yeah. I'm going to reach out to these guys, Convention of States. You know what? Thank you for setting a fire under my ass to do that. God bless you. I appreciate you. I'm glad he did that. We need to do Convention of States. I agree. Line 1, where are you calling from? What's your name?
This is Bill in South Carolina.
Bill, South Carolina. God bless you. Thank you for calling.
God bless you too. I'm going to correct you on one thing.
Do it. I'm okay with it.
The WMA stands for Wildlife Management Area, not Water Management Area.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And hunters have to pay a substantial fee in most states. We do in South Carolina to be able to hunt on wildlife management areas. So you got a lot of Karens that will drive up and down the roads and look for hunters' trucks, and that's where they decide they need to hike.
Oh, okay.
So I even though I'm against any new taxes, I don't have a problem with charging Karens for the right to be able to go in there and harass hunters.
Do you know what happened in Devil's Den, the death here in Arkansas?
No, I don't.
Okay. So apparently the reason that they're pushing this is because of this story right here. There was a guy and his wife and their children, and they were hiking in Devil's Den. It's a state managed area. And this dude went there in the middle of the day with a machete, killed the husband, killed the wife, got away. And they're going to use some of this $10 fee to use that money to put what I guess they're called wildlife management officers, game wardens, for lack of a better term. I don't know what you want to call them. But they're going to use part of this money to put armed people on these properties to stop some of this. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it. It's $10. At first I was like, damn it, $10, another tax suck. But if they're going to do something like this, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
I agree, but if somebody went in there and attacked a family with a machete, odds are they were probably illegal anyway.
No, this is a white guy. He was a school teacher.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Here, I'll play this. It's disgusting, but I'll play it. This is the story that led to this. Thank you for calling, South Carolina. You said South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Appreciate you. Okay, so right after the show, in about 3 minutes, I've got another thing starting. I've got a video starting here in just a few minutes, a video that I believe all of you will want to see. It is a premiere of a video that I did about Tucker Carlson. And I hope that you will. It should just transfer you right over.
Married couple killed while hiking at Devil's Den State Park with their 2 daughters on Saturday, Brandon.
Arkansas State Police released a photo and a composite sketch of a person of interest in the case. Police believe the killer was seen driving toward a park exit in a black four-door sedan. Might have been a Mazda with a license plate covered with
So this was 1 year ago yesterday that this happened. And it's disgusting. Here we go. Why do we care about Spain's problem? They turned our back on us. They did turn their back on us. You're absolutely right. But it's in the news and it's visual. That's why people care. That's why people don't care about what's happening here in the United States, or they haven't. I've got a video coming out right after this. I will put a link to this into the chat. What the next video is about, to give you a little bit of a preview, Tucker Carlson just had a lady on his show talking about how the United States military veterans, U.S. military veterans, are being paid to spread propaganda about Ukraine. And I'll just tell you this, it's 100% true. Now, she makes some claims in the video that I just hope you watch it. It's going to start in about a minute. I'm finishing up here. It's going to take you right over. Let's roll out and get over there. I'll play a little bit of this outro, but that video is starting.
On the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive. Sound 2 blasts of dive alarm. Pass the word. Dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know when we'll be through. We don't know when we'll be through. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. And Cruder just inside here. Cruder just inside here. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Turns out I gave them 5 years.